Today, in this video, I will show you an AI coding assistant that can help you with your coding projects on GitHub. So if you're a programmer or someone that is spending quite a lot of time figuring out the problems and stuff like that within your projects, this AI coding assistant will come in handy. So let's break it down and let's jump right into NA10 right here. So as you can see, this is the project that we have in front of us. It's an AI coding assistant. It's a very simple assistant right here. And I actually tested this out a couple of times right here. As you can see, first it didn't really work, but now it actually works. What are some of the key errors in the project? And as you can see, it went in, it analyzed the project. This is a GitHub project, and it said here are some key errors identified in the recent pull request. Okay, so in the pull request, as you can see, we have this error, we have this fix. So it also gives us the fix that we can do in order to fix that problem. And then also here we have another pull request, another problem, another error, and another fix, right? So this is what this AI agent does. Now keep in mind, this is a very simple overview of this RAG agent. This is a RAG agent. For those of you who don't know, a RAG agent is an AI agent with a mini brain, which is called vector database. If you want to learn more about that, you can check out our community. However, this is one of the things that is very, very important. If you want to build this AI coding assistant, you actually need to connect your GitHub project with this coding assistant, okay? So what I'm about to show you right now is how you can build this from scratch, okay? So let's break down here and let's go to overview here. Let me actually pull this down here and let me create a new workflow here. So we're going to be naming this a coding assistant. And by the way, for this, we're going to be using Vectorize. Vectorize is a RAG database platform where we can actually create our RAG pipeline and we can connect that to our GitHub project so that all of the data comes here on this platform, and then we can connect that platform to our RAG agent, and then our RAG agent or our coding assistant will be able to perform any task we want. In this specific use case, it's going to be the coding task, so finding errors and fixing errors for us. So here, as you can see, we have the first step, which is going to be a trigger. Now, on chat message is going to be the trigger because we want to be able to talk with our AI RAG agent. Then we want to use AI here, AI agent. Okay, and we're going to be using the chat input here because it's coming from a chat input. We're going to be adding a model. So for the model, you can add OpenAI, you can add OpenRouter. I like OpenRouter because it's free. And by the way, if you want to connect to OpenRouter, simply go to OpenRouter here. You create an account, you go to keys, and you create an API key, okay? Once you create an API key, you just paste it here. As you can see, I already did that. You can choose from 50 plus AI models. I'm going to be just using GPT 3.5 Turbo, okay? From there, I'm going to be adding a memory, a simple memory. That memory is connected to our chat ID right here, just so it memorizes every single, input that we have. And then for the tool, I'm going to be adding an HTTP request tool. Why? Because we actually need to connect our platform here, which is Vectorize, which is the main platform that we're using. It's a really cool platform for, this specific use case. So we can go here and we can, let me actually go back here, double click, and then let's make this call Vectorize, okay? Now, in Vectorize, what I did, and I'm about to paste this from here, but in the description, this is what I added. So when someone asks about coding issues within a project or pull requests, answer with this tool. And then here, what we want to do is, let me actually go to Vectorize now, and let me show you how you can connect your GitHub project or GitHub repository to your Vectorize platform. So what you want to do here is you first want to go to your RAG pipeline. And since I already created a RAG pipeline, I will just delete it for now and I will show you from scratch how you can create this, okay? So let's create a new RAG pipeline here. Now, once we create a new pipeline here, we have to wait a little bit. The source is going to be GitHub. As you can see, import issues and pull requests from GitHub, and we click on GitHub. And what we want to do here is we want to add a repository. Keep in mind, the repository needs to have some errors inside of it, obviously, and it needs to be public. So that's something that you want to keep an eye on. Also, what you want to do is Vectorize will ask you for a personal access token, okay? You want to go to your github.com/settings/personal access tokens. I will put that in the description. Just paste that in your browser, create the token here. So you just want to generate a new token. Make sure the token name is something like NA10. Expiration, make sure to have no expiration if you want to use this over the long term. And that's pretty much it. You generate a token for public repositories. From there, you use a repository that you have. I'm going to be using this repository right here. And by the way, you only copy this part right here. So username and repository name. You copy that, you paste it here. Okay. Once you paste it here, this is going to be the source. Extractor and chunker can be fast. You can also make sure to have like, usually fast is good. Mixed is if you have like multimedia files and stuff like that. Since this is most of it, it's text, it's going to be fast. Iris metadata extraction, we don't want that. We want embedder to be built in. Embedder is essentially how this AI or how this RAG pipeline will work. Essentially, we have the GitHub here input, and embedder is sending the data or embedding the data. So essentially, it's using OpenAI here, as you can see, an LLM to send the data and structure the data so that humans can understand it, okay? You don't have to know every single thing in detail, but this is what we're going to be naming it, GitHub Assistant, okay? Now, once this is done, you can, by the way, add as many repositories as you want in Vectorize. This is a cool feature that Vectorize have. And also, you can add all and deploy RAG pipeline here, okay? Now, once you deploy a RAG pipeline, we have to wait a little bit until this is deployed right here. As you can see, it's creating the pipeline, is deploying the pipeline, starting the backfiling process and stuff like that. So this does take some time. So let's go back here to NA10. And in NA10, what you're going to be doing is first, you want to send headers here. This is where our URL from our RAG pipeline will go, okay? We have to wait for that. So until we're waiting for that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding here authorization. So we specify the headers, and we're going to be adding our API key here, okay? So here it also says bearer, and then you need to put your API key, okay? So how can you find your API key? You go to your settings in Vectorize. I will open it in new tab here, and is establishing a secure connection, okay? What you want to do is you want to go to access tokens, okay? And from access tokens, you want to go to new access token. And you want to make sure it never expires as well. And you can go here and type in test GitHub. I'm just going to be doing it like that. Then I copy this to clipboard. I go here and I paste my access token, okay? This is what you want to do. Next up, what you want to do is you want to add a parameter. It's going to be content type, and it's going to be application/JSON. I already have it here. So this is just because we're going to be adding a JSON type of data in here, which Vectorize needs to actually recognize. So that's what we're going to be doing. Send body using JSON. And in the body, what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to be pasting the body and breaking it down for you, okay? So as you can see, the question is coming from the JSON chat input, which is a chat input from here, right? And if we scroll down again, number of results 5. So we want at least 5 results, at least 5 errors. You can put 10 if you want, or 15. Re-rank true. This just means that, you know, it's going to be pulling the request from there. So that's it. And now all we have to do is we have to get the URL here, okay? Now for this, we're going to be using a post method because we want to post the data from the Vectorize to here, okay? So as you can see here, it's listening, and as you can see, we're getting the total documents, the total pages, and total vectors. From here, we just want to go to connect, copy this link here, the first one, and we want to go here, we want to paste it, okay? Let's execute a step to see if this is working. Okay, we have bad request. Please check parameters. This JSON chat input is actually not doing the job. So let me actually go here, hello. And now, since this is JSON chat input, we want to go here. Okay, it works. So right now what we can do is we can say, what key errors do I have in my GitHub repository? As you can see, it's going to be going through here. And as you can see here, we have the pull requests, commits, as well as, you know, obviously there's no fixes here. Can you also let me know about fixes for the errors? And as you can see, it will go through the fixes here. And as you can see, we have commits, pull requests, fix typo, add unit tests, suffix, grammar. So here you're pretty much getting everything, right? So this is basically it, right? This is what you kind of get, right? Now, obviously, what we can do in the next video is we can also, or to make this, AI agent advanced, we can add a front end. We can add like a front end to it, a front end design, a UI, where we can actually talk with this agent within a UI. And this could be done with Lovable, with Bold.new, with Vercel. So, if you want to use that or to get that, you can also get that as well. So again, Vercel, or not Vercel, but Vectorize here is a great platform for this type of work. So if you want to like connect a lot of reg pipelines here with, GitHub, with your maybe PDF documents, you want to build like vector databases and reg agents that are smarter, and agents like this, which is like an AI coding assistant, then this is pretty much the best possible platform for you. So check out Vectorize down below. I will leave a link below. It's a very simple platform as well, especially for beginners. And yeah, if you like this video, like it down below, subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.